Hello, lady, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be getting into when you are not only the abused, but you are also the abuser, and what that does to your sense of identity. In fact, it makes you not even want to show up in the world at all, and it makes you want to hide behind many different identities. So, like, you see people who they have multiple identities. Every other day they have a new dream. Every other day they have something that they want to pick up. When they tend to fall in love, which fall in love is just a hilarious statement to me, because where are you falling? I don't want to fall no place. Even though when I fall, anyhow, any people always say when I fall very gracefully. I fall light. Like I ain't finna break a bone. I'm not breaking not one bone. I'm too old for that. These bones don't recover the way they used to when folks was kids. But where are you falling? Listen to the term falling love. Where are you falling? How you falling? You falling on your elbow? You falling on your back? Are you finna crack a skull on the way down? Like, where are you falling? Anyhow, you see people who, like, when they fall in love, they it's so intense, and anything that they pick up they want to run with it. It's usually because they're lacking their self of identity, and they're trying to find their identity in so many different facets. And or is it facets? Bear with me. Speak a couple of languages. They find themselves in many different facets, and in fact, here's the bigger one. They find their identity in other people. So these are the women who get with men, and they merge their identity with their man's identity, or they lose their identity to the relationship. And it's like, you're not your relationship. You are a singular person who got with a singular person, and you guys decided to be together, and you share a relationship with one another. But no, these people go in for the kill. And most of the time it's because they're trying to avoid who they really are. And this might be because maybe they've exploited themselves along the way, or they were abused, and in fact they became the abuser. And this happens very often when it comes to child sexual abuse, cousins, siblings, friends of families, etc. Because children, if they are not covered and the unseen evil comes about, it is very easy for them to throw their pain onto another person, right? And even beyond children, you have people who they were abused, which is why many people who are sexual abusers, many people who are sexual deviants were abused. And it's simply because they couldn't wait to take their pain that they were feeling and toss it onto someone else. They couldn't wait to pain dump. So the minute that they saw someone who looked vulnerable enough, who looked gullible enough, who looked naive enough, they went and they dumped their pain onto the next person. They couldn't just bear their own pain. They couldn't sort through their own things. They couldn't be who they should have been. Instead, they wanted to pain dump and throw their dump on the next person that they wanted to see. And then here's another one that I love. Hurt people hurt people. I like to say cowardly hurt people, because not all hurt people hurt people. In fact, some hurt people actually sit with the hurt, and they understand how bad it hurts, and they know that they wouldn't wish that pain onto their enemy. And that is most of my clients. They know that they don't even wish that pain on no one, so they give up on their dream of being a mother. They don't wish the pain on anyone so bad that they're willing to sacrifice their own dreams and their own aspirations. And when you were the abused, and then in fact you turn around and you be the abuser, you can't even look. It's hard for these people to even look themselves in the mirror. So they do everything that they can to avoid looking at themselves in the mirror, to avoid asking themselves, who am I? Why did I become this way? It creates so much cognitive dissonance beyond the cognitive. It it makes so much emotional dissonance that they refuse to even sit with themselves. Hence why they're always in a relationship. Hence why they always chasing behind somebody. Hence why they always people pleasing. Hence why they always keep them busy at the job. Hence why they always trying to be the pick me. And I don't mean pick me like well, that too, but I mean pick me like anything that there's available, that there's there to do. They want to be the first person to volunteer for the job because they will do anything aside from sit with themselves and understand what they have done and understand what they have endured and go through the emotional homework that they need to go through to better themselves. I hope that if you were abused, you never go on to abuse anyone, because you know the pain that it has caused you, and you know that that is not pain that you wish onto your enemy. And in fact, if you are someone who was abused and you couldn't help yourself, whether it was at young age, when it's child on child, it is a little different versus when you are a cowardly adult and you just wanted to throw your pain on somebody. Because here's the gag. You notice how people who were harmed or sexually abused by someone, so much for the hurt people, that's why I don't buy that nonsense. This little. You notice that the people who were abused, they never go on to dump their pain on the person who abused them. That's why I call them cowards, because there's a difference between being scared and a coward. They dump their pain on the innocent. Because if you really wanted to do something about your pain, you would go and retaliate against the person who caused your pain. But you don't go and retaliate against the person who caused your pain. You go and throw your pain, you go and dump your pain onto somebody who never done anything to you. So is it really hurt people? No. Cowards hurt people.